broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi everyone, Ron here at Ablesys. Welcome to the webinar, and we'll go over the crazy signals, but in a good way. Today was actually a really good day. Whoops, that's weird. We'll go over the signals. Really good day today in the intraday. Finally had a good day in the market overall with this, market crash the past 2 weeks. But let's jump in and take a look at the signals, because it's really been a super help having the April trend the last couple of weeks in this, really difficult, fast-moving, pretty much unpredictable market where it came from. That's for sure. But the April trend's been right on it. And you can see here, we got a Goldman Sachs chart up right here. We're looking for triple confirmation, and that's when the first time you get the red X, which is the weekly resistance point. It's the weekly signal. The dots are the daily signal. So we've got a red bar, a red dot, and a red X. And when we have that combination right there, that's what we call triple confirmation. And if you missed that, you had another chance right here, because 2 days later, the price was the same, right around 235. April trend has been short the entire way down. We're down to 184. I mean, that's an incredible profit. April trend's been short on all the indices, the Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ, on just about everything. It's been short, and it got us in like 2-3 weeks ago on some places, and this one we got in early on Goldman Sachs before the big down move came. So it's been a super help to either sidestep this big down move by going to cash, or of course if you trade short, you trade puts. Well, then you really hit a home run, because I mean, obviously it's been a historic move the past 2 weeks. I mean, you don't hear that, you don't get that too often. Wait a second, we're not hearing it. Let me just see. We're getting some people saying they're not hearing. Can't hear anything. Okay, just Stuart says he can't hear anything, so that must be just something on his end. Is everything else going okay? Sound is good. Michael Z, I know Michael's in the room. He's my sound guy. All right, good. Thanks, Mike. All right, good, Sydney. Okay, so the point is we just want to wait for triple confirmation. It doesn't matter what you trade. It doesn't matter if you're trading crude oil or stocks or E-minis, E-mini NASDAQ, which is our favorite because it tends to be fairly smooth and certainly a lot of profit potential. But in this crazy market, you just have to stick to it. And if it's moving a little too fast, especially the intraday, I just tell everybody either trade the micros or don't trade at all. It's just not for everybody. I mean, this will happen once a decade. You're going to get volatility in fast-moving market like this. So, it's just okay. We just stick to the rules, and we don't change anything. And if you have the discipline, boy, you can hit a major home run. Okay, yeah, everybody's saying I can hear me fine. Barry, and a long trade is suggested to just stop at the previous blue dot and consider re-entering, or just wait until you get a red bar. Well, if you want to, be a little more risky, I mean, you can go short here at the red dot. We wait for the red bar to come in because, having 20,000 clients that I speak to, over the 20 years that we've been here, we obviously have to, keep things extra conservative and extra simple, because everybody has different levels of intelligence and trade, trade experience and trade savvy and all that combined. So, we keep it as simple and as low risk as possible. So if you wanted to get in on the red dot, I mean, that's a good place to take a chance, but we would wait for the red bar, because now here in this sweet spot, you've got a red bar, a red dot, and a red X. And we call that a sweet spot, which is a pullback back up to the red dots. The prices stop at the red dot, which by the way, we put in 2 days before it even happened. And then the bar goes from green, which means neutral, to red, which means strong downtrend. So you have red bar, red dot, red X, triple confirmation. And if you had a couple chances here. You had a chance again last week to re-short or to buy another put at 210, and it's just a mega home run, what's been going on right now. Moving along quickly here, I want to show you crude oil because this is a once in a lifetime signal right here. 2 months ago, Abletrend said sell crude. There's a triple confirmation on crude. You've got the red bar, you've got the red dot, you've got the red X. You've got the daily red bar, you've got the daily red dot, and you've got the weekly red X. Triple confirmation that crude oil is going lower. Well, I mean, we do have some disciplined Abletrend traders who very strictly and almost robotically trade the Abletrend signals and rules and stops regardless of their emotions. And that's the hard part, especially in the past 2 weeks. Believe me, I know the feeling, we all do, when the market gets, crazy and there's a lot of fear in the market like there's been. It's very hard to stick to your emotions. The software has no emotion. That's why it works so fantastic in these difficult times when, you or I are going to make some mistakes because our emotions are going to get into play. So if we can just rely on it and be very robotic for it, that's the key. So as you can see here, Abletrend, if you had Abletrend 2 months ago and you trade crude on a longer time frame, Abletrend recommended selling crude at $58. You're still in the trade today at $38.85. That's a $24,000 profit. $24,000 profit Abletrend gave you, me, and everybody who uses Abletrend for anybody who's a longer term crude oil trader. Pretty cool stuff right there. That's serious money right there. And that's per one contract. Pretty cool stuff. Doesn't say a name here, but do I get a notification when the graph shows triple confirmation? No. You have to trade that. You have to watch it yourself because you or I or nobody knows when that's going to happen, obviously. So you do have to be in front of it to be successful and to be profitable. There is a way you can get a email when one of these signals comes in, but not triple confirmation. So it's kind of like a heads up. Oh, let me just write back to Stuart. So I'm going to take one last look. Let's look at the E-minis because we have so many intraday traders who love trend and use it. And I look at 3 charts, but I'm going to keep it real simple right now. We're just going to look at the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute. I'll go over the triple time frames and the advanced webinar, which I do on Thursdays. We didn't have a trade until this triple confirmation trade right here, a little over an hour into the market. Only reason we didn't take it at the beginning because the price bars were like 40 points a piece, and there's no way we're going to use a 40-point stop. However, you've got a beautiful small triple confirmation bar right there. We love those smaller bars because the stop loss goes 1 point above the top of the red bar, 1 point above. And that was a super trade right there because we're shorting it at 81.60. We've got 2 green bar. We've got 2 green bars right there, and we would be stopped out, technically speaking, right there at 81.20, and that worked out 40 points or $800 profit. Very clear, very obvious, a very classic, simple Abletrend trade. We're then going to go short again right in here. We've got triple confirmation right there. We're going to put the stop a point above, and that one worked out very nicely also. So pretty cool stuff. We had some really nice trends this morning, some big winning trends. Here is a no trade zone. You have red and blue together. No trade zone, red and blue together. The red X's tell us there's a road of resistance above, a wall of resistance. Never buy if there's red X or red dot above. Never sell short if there's a blue dot or a blue X below. That is rule number 1 with Abletrend. It keeps us out of trouble. These no trade zones are fantastic for telling us there's a choppy market ahead. Don't trade, it's too risky. Abletrend only gives out low risk trades only. Let everybody else trade in a choppy market and lose, because we would all lose if we trade in a choppy market. But with AbleTrend, you have a tremendous advantage knowing when a choppy market is coming, and we will not trade. However, I can guarantee there'll still be some losing trades. There's no perfect system, nor is AbleTrend, so I will guarantee you there will be some losing trades. Okay, we've got our triple confirmation long signal right there. It goes up nicely, and we use the 2 green bar stop when when we've got at least 10 points profit, and at this point we had 40 points profit. So we put the stop loss 1 point below the bottom of the triple confirmation bar, which is right there, and then we're going to use the 2 green, but the stop would have been here at that point. Second lower small blue dot below the price. But you know what? We want to move that closer because we got a tremendous profit going here. We're already up, about 1,500 going into this trade, and we've got a nice little winner right here. So we're going to put the stop 1 point below. When you have 2 green bars, which means sideways, when we have 2 green bars, we're going to put the stop 1 point lower. It goes higher, but then we would be stopped out right there. However, that's another 40-point winner, or $800 for every 1 contract that you trade. That's 3 40-point winners. Haven't had a loser yet, but we did have one right here. That's a triple confirmation buy signal. Stop goes 1 point below the bottom of the bar. We lost 10 points on that trade. Rolling right along. You can see we had a triple confirmation trade here. Losing trade because we were stopped out. And then another triple confirmation short trade right here. Small winner, but I'm going to call it a break even. And then we had a terrific signal right here. Here's your triple confirmation buy signal. One stop, again, very simple. This blue bar, the first time you get blue bar, blue dot, and we wait for that blue price bar to close, because once it's closed, it's final. It will never, ever change again. Stop goes 1 point above. This was a super trade right here. We were long at 81.10. Here's your 2 green bars. We were stopped out right there at 81.70. That's a plus 60-point winner. 60 points times $20 a point is $1,200. We were up a lot of money today. It was a fantastic day. It was clearly a couple $1,000 day, but it was very difficult for anybody to take these trades because it was very fast. And again, if it's too fast, just don't trade, or trade the micros, because anybody who was very disciplined, very robotic, and sticks to the AbleTrend rules had a fantastic day. Easily a couple $1,000 day, and it was actually more, but I don't expect everybody to nail everything perfect. So that way it was just a great day. Everything worked out just perfect. No trade zone. This is actually a losing trade, because if you put your stop 1 point below the bottom of the bar, we would have been stopped out and lost 10 points on that trade. Actually 15 points. However, there's a perfect sweet spot right there. It bounces off of support. The bars go from green back to blue. The tick chart agreed, and we pick up a nice chunk of change going into the close right there, which turns out to be about another 40 points. So it was just an unbelievable day. And I like to make sure that the 1-3 and the 3-9 and the tick chart agree. We'll talk more about that in the Thursday advanced webinar. One more quick thing from Mike Z. As an advanced trader, is it good to take cues from the 1-3 and 3-9? I like to look at them both together. However, Michael, if the 1-3 is a strong trade, and like for example, if the 1-3 is long, but there's but the 3-9 is in a no trade zone. However, if you've got a good amount of distance till you get to those red X's, it's perfectly fine to take the trade. Perfectly fine. Look at the 3-9. If somebody was just trading the 3-9 today, they went long at 81.20, and they took it into the close and made 200 points, which is $4,000 in 90 minutes using AbleTrend today. That was nice. Do the indicators work the same way for intraday momentum stocks? Yes, they do. Yes, sir, they do. We would use the 1 minute, 3 minute for fast moving stocks. Barry Gray, the initial stop at the dot or below the bar. Well, if you want to put it at the dot, obviously that would be the perfect place to put it, just just slightly under the blue dot. But if it's, 30, 40, 50 points away, you can't do that. There's just too much risk. So we would then put it 1 point below the bottom of the blue bar, or to go short, 1 point above the top of the triple confirmation red bar. So hope that helps. Thanks for being here, everyone. See you back here same time on Thursday. I'm here every day, and I'm always glad to help. So, let me know whatever I can do for you. I'm always glad to help. Have a good night, everyone.